This is Conversation of the Birds, a story set to music, new chapters released weekly, written, composed, and read by Jamie Holcomb. You're listening to an interlude. Our birds are arriving, our birds are arriving, our birds are arriving at their final destination. As our birds flew across the last stretch of ocean, from below the water's surface something bubbled up. The crow saw it first. "Look out," he called, and some birds turned back, fearing the onslaught of black lightning. But the hoopoe knew. Down. There the bubbles flourished into white water, churning into a tumult of cloudy froth. And they were just above the shore now, too. "Dive," the hoopoe cried. He led what birds he could, the ibis and the dove in her bad brigade. The heron flapped back around to encircle the flock. The cormorant, the kite, and the albatross all stood ready until they noticed the disturbance in the water. Most of our birds had already landed, but the heron, the robin, and the scissortail were directly above the eruption. All our birds watched from the beach, clutching their hearts. Then the black form arose and they had their own troubles to worry about. "Back," the ibis indicated as he scuttled up the beach. The hoopoe yelled as much, and all our birds ran and fluttered into the sand as the whale reared its head. "Whoa," it yawned. The breath of its voice coated the birds in spittle. Finally it lay its head in the sand, and it flapped there limply. Now those three birds that had received the blast from the whale's blowhole, the heron, the robin, and the scissortail, fell to the ground beside the monstrous interloper. They were all three soaked and laughing, in a voice so deep they could barely understand him. But the whales sing and fly in their own deep way, you know. The whale said, "What are you all doing here?" He rolled his golden eye around to take in the crowd of birds of so many different varieties assembled before him. The hoopoe took a moment to explain their situation. "But what about you?" the hoopoe asked him. "You shouldn't be up here?" "Oh, that's what you don't know," the whale said. "Soon they'll be coming for me." "Who?" the vulture called with a sinister smile. "Yes," said the whale. "Like you, they'll come from far beyond, and then the seagulls will have their feast." The hoopoe asked him, "Is there some way we can help you?" "Of course not," said the whale. "I have lived some centuries span in the life measurements of us creatures. I've fathered many calves who have grown into bulls and cows. I've seen a colony of grandchildren grow. It is time for me. It is time for the seagull's feast. They will come to peck me apart, and then she will take me back too, back into herself. By that same old rhythm, the ocean will draw me near to her, and strange things will happen then. In these old bones that have served me so well, new things will grow, and I'll return to the earth, deep down below, where no mortal thing can dwell. Like all my predecessors," he concluded. And you should really hear a whale laugh. What a sound. He rolled off into a few soulful chuckles. "Nice to come up here, though, to see what it's all about, back on the land. That's where we come from, you know. Your kind, too. And before that..." He chuckled again, and he splashed his tail a few final times. "Nice to see the story continues." "What story?" the hoopoe said. But already the old whale's tail was slowing to a final flick. The ocean washed along beside him, and all the birds hung their heads to honor that great soul. "Consider it an omen," the vulture whispered. "Oh, I do," said the hoopoe, and he turned now to see the ibis spreading one beckoning wing towards the forest of bamboo spread thickly before them. Beyond that, the birds could see, there rose the snowy peak of a great mountain. "Perhaps his spirit is with us," the dove said. "Perhaps," said the hoopoe. "There are 31 of us now." And all together, cautiously, on foot, the birds entered into that strange world. This has been Conversation of the Birds, a story set to music, with new chapters released weekly, written, composed, and read by Jamie Holcomb, produced by Supermoon. Join us next week for our next installment. If you'd like to check out more from Supermoon, visit us on TikTok or at our website, gosupermoon.com. That's GOSUPERMOON.com. The quest continues next week.